sacrifice sections of my heart. So I decided I would press restart, and that I better get to living, cause life's too short. I'm fine with myself now, the very first time. I got a few friends say it's good to see that smile. Sometimes I feel crazy, sometimes I feel wild, but I just need to stay here, let it go for a while. Yeah, I just need to stay here, let it go for a while.
Hey y'all, welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach.
And I'm Jen.
And today is a little taste of fall.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
I wish it was fall.
We're very close though. So when we're very close to fall, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin. Pumpkin everything. Pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice that, everything pumpkin. So what are we gonna do today?
So today we are going to make pumpkin spice creamer. It's homemade, it's easy, anyone can do it, and you don't have to go spend $5, $6, $7, $8 on creamer at Walmart, and you don't have to go buy pumpkin spice lattes from Starbucks, because you can make this right in your kitchen, and it's the best thing ever.
For sure.
So this recipe is one that me and my father-in-law, which is Zach's dad, we made this. It was either 5 or 6 years ago. I can't remember if I was pregnant with Wyatt or if I had just had Wyatt. But we lived right down the street from him in a little duplex, and we went down to his house, and me and him love everything fall. We love everything about it. The football, the smells, the everything. So me and him, yeah, the cooking. Me and him love to cook together. So me and him did this recipe. The whole house smelled amazing.
So good.
We both loved it, and we haven't made it together since, but I've made it a few times, and well, I make it every year, usually once a year because it lasts. And I don't know if he's made it or not, but maybe this video will inspire him to do it again. So.
Yeah, maybe, maybe.
All right, so this is easy. We're gonna show you how to do it. It's a short thing, easy, anyone can do it.
Super simple, and your house is gonna smell like a candleberry candle all up in this place.
Even if it's 105 degrees outside.
Yeah, because that's what it is right now here.
All right, so you're just gonna need a few things. You need a whisk. Just gotta open this. You're gonna need some pumpkin puree. So if you wanted to, you could get this straight from a pumpkin. However, I've done it that way, and the amount that you need for this, which is 3 tablespoons, is just a whole lot of work to get from a real pumpkin, because if you've used a real pumpkin, you know how hard it is. You gotta boil it, you gotta get all the pumpkin out. It's a lot. So if you're okay with this kind of thing, pumpkin canned puree works just fine. It's great, it's cheap at the store, and you're only gonna need 3 tablespoons of it. If you wanted to do more, you could, but for the amount that we're gonna do, 3 tablespoons. You're gonna need a 1.5 cups of sugar. You can use any kind of sugar, regular, organic, cane sugar, whatever floats your boat. A 1.5 cups of water. You're gonna need some half and half, some ground cloves, some ground nutmeg, some cinnamon sticks, and some ground ginger. So by all that stuff, you can tell it's gonna smell really good.
That's right, and we'll have all this listed below, so if you're like sitting like, oh my gosh, what did she just say? It'll all be down below in the description.
And you're gonna need a pot. I have a big pot. You should probably use a smaller pot, but mine got ate up with beeswax. So
daggone beeswax.
All right, so we're gonna put our 1.5 cups of water in, and our 1.5 cups of sugar. And then we're gonna put that on medium high. We don't want it to boil, we just wanna dissolve our sugar. So put that on medium high, whisk it around. It'll take just a little bit, but you wanna make sure all that sugar gets heated up and dissolved into the water. right, so the sugar is dissolved. Now we're gonna put in 4 cinnamon sticks. 1,
Break
2,
them, keep them whole. Just
keep them whole.
All right.
3, 4. Already smells amazing. Next in the boat, a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Kind of stir it around. Next up is a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. Stir it up again. Smells amazing.
Little slice of heaven up in here.
Next is a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves. You definitely want to use ground the whole cloves, just, you know, they don't dissolve and you don't want that all up in there.
Right, and
So-
you don't have to remove them. You want the flavor
Yeah.
in your creamer, right?
Yep, so you use the ground cloves. And last but not least is 3 tablespoons of pumpkin puree.
It might be a smidgen more than
That's alright.
however much you just said.
Heavy on the pumpkin is okay.
A little heavy on the pumpkin, but that's the whole point, right?
And stir it up. Alright, after you've got everything stirred together, you want to let this cook for 5 minutes, but you don't want it to boil. So don't let it come to a boil. Just keep it on that medium-high heat. 5 minutes isn't long enough for it to come to a boil. So just let it incorporate and kind of cook together for 5 minutes. You can keep stirring if you want, but you don't have to.
Oh my gosh, it smells good.
So while that's cooking for the next 5 minutes, we just want to talk about fall because we love it and we want it to be here. We in no way like to rush things, but fall is probably our favorite around here. It's just such a peaceful time. We love having our doors and windows open and watching football, having the house clean, cooking chili in the crock pot, feeding everyone on the hillside. Our big thing is Sundays. Everybody comes up here on Sundays and we all get together and eat a big feast and watch football, and we do the fantasy football too. That's a fun time, and just the smells in general, and the Halloween. The kids love Halloween. And it's just the best time.
It is a really great time, and it's kind of a double-edged sword though. As much as I love fall, I cannot stand what follows fall.
Yeah.
I just wish you could just stay fall and then go back into spring, because that winter time is for the birds besides for her, because she loves it.
Yeah.
But this is the greatest time, and the thing is, you go to Walmart and you go to all these shops and stuff, and they've already got Halloween decorations out and fall decorations out, and you're looking at yourself like, folks, it's August. It's 110 degrees where we are right now. Why are we even thinking about fall? But this is the stuff that you plan for to get ready for that action. And so to have this like pumpkin spice creamer, which I drink my coffee black, but I love the smells of it, and Jen loves the flavor. It's some awesome stuff. I mean, and this is the first of many pumpkin things that Jen will be popping out to you all. But I hope you all enjoy it. It's going to be a quick 5 minutes. We'll show you how to finish this bad boy up. And I promise you, it's better than that Starbucks stuff.
It really is. It's better. And you can have it in your fridge anytime you want it.
That's right. For what do you think the total cost to make this is? If say you had to go buy every single thing, every spice.
I really don't know.
Let's see, how many was there? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 ingredients.
Yeah.
I would say, because spices are ridiculously expensive sometimes, 15 bucks. Maybe.
But
So-
if you already have the spices on hand, which most people do, then it's basically free besides the pumpkin puree.
Right. So if you think, what is a Starbucks coffee for a PSL? Maybe.
I never go to Starbucks.
Yeah, we never go. I would say, what is it, like $7, $8 now? Maybe, I don't know. Let's say that. So 2 drinks and you've already gone over the price of this.
Yeah.
So you can have it in your to-go cup and have PSLs all day.
That's right.
And then just be thinking about Stiver's Homestead while you're drinking it. All right, let's get this stuff ready. You ready to get it going?
Alright, so it cooked for 5 minutes. We took it off the heat, turned that off, and now you're going to let it sit and cool for 10 to 15 minutes.
You got a cinnamon stick there stuck in your whisk.
Alright.
All right, for cool for how long?
10 to 15 minutes.
Cool for 10 to 15 minutes. All right, let's make that happen real fast. Bow.
Alright, so it is cooled, and now we're going to pour it into a mason jar But first we're gonna, well, I guess in the process, we're gonna strain it through this.
This should be interesting.
It should. You don't want the cinnamon sticks, and if any of those ground cloves or anything like that didn't dissolve, you don't really want that into your creamer. So you can strain it with a cheesecloth or muslin cloth or whatever strainer, works just fine too.
I did it without a mess.
Yay. Alright, so you can see all that sludge that's left. You don't want that in your coffee, so that's why the straining it is a very important step. You don't want to skip that because you just don't want all that in there. And there might be still a little bit of residue that goes to the bottom of your coffee cup, but not near that much. So
Right, that's all that pumpkin puree. You just want the flavor, but not the actual stuff. Not the actual puree.
Yep. Alright, the last and final step is, this is your syrup, and you're going to add a half a cup of half and half. So you're going to pour that in, and that is what makes this creamer.
That was weirdly satisfying. Let's not go in.
So, if you're not a coffee drinker, that is fine. You can put this in hot tea too. I mean, it's so good. Look at it. It's your very own creamer.
Your own PSLs all day, every day, all fall, all winter, without paying $8 a cup.
That's right. So you're going to put this in the fridge, keep it in your fridge. Basically, it'll last for however long that your half and half will last. So make sure you check the date on that. Most of them are 1.5 months to 2 months. We just got this half and half, so that's about how long this is going to last. And you're going to put it in the fridge. Anytime you want to use it, bring it out. You can either scoop it with a teaspoon, tablespoon, however much you want, or you can just pour it right in. And like I said, it doesn't have to be coffee, it can be tea too. Make sure you shake it too. When you bring it out, shake it around so that everything gets incorporated, just like you do other creamer.
Right. Question. If I like more pumpkin, can I add more pumpkin?
You could, but you really don't want to.
You don't want to?
It's pumpkin-y enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious.
The spices and the stuff is perfectly measured out. You really don't want to add any of anything else because it won't be the same.
So what you're telling me is that right there is perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. Get over here. Alright, y'all. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. That was a quick, nice, little easy recipe on how to make your first pumpkin product of the fall.
That's right.
So, pumpkin spice latte, like I said, Jen loves it. The family loves it. I'm not a huge fan because I like just straight black coffee. But when she makes tea, it is so good in there. I really like it in that. It's just an added enhancement. It really gets you in the fall mood. And that's what this is about. It's time to get in fall mood.
It's not pumpkin spice latte, it's pumpkin spice creamer.
I say that all the time. Well, I say pumpkin spice latte because everybody talks about PSLs. But that's what they talk about.
I don't even know how to make a latte. You gotta do like espresso and stuff.
Listen,
creamer.
They call it a latte, but it's really just creamer with coffee.
Okay.
When we're really boiling it down to it, that's all a latte is.
There you go.
So, it's a pumpkin spice latte. That's what we're going to call it.
Pumpkin spice creamer. That's what the title's going to be.
Alright, so I hope you enjoyed watching us make this pumpkin spice creamer.
There you go.
For your first pumpkin product of the fall.
We hope so. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know if you do it. Comment below. Make sure you like, hit subscribe, follow us along. All kinds of more stuff coming.
That's right.
Follow our journey.
Alright, y'all. Until the next one.
We love you.
Bye.